one of my mentors said this to me for entrepreneurship: you have to be married to the game. Hey guys, welcome to Awaken Your Goddess podcast for another episode. I'm Mirv.
And I'm Christina.
And today we're going to talk about
entrepreneurship.
And this is Mila again, my sister's dog. She's visiting us, and that's Stella over there.
Always sleeping. Like she's worked
so
hard in her life. She has a very hard life.
So hard. They're entrepreneurs as well. So entrepreneurship, like I couldn't even pronounce the word entrepreneurship. Like I didn't even know the spelling at the time. Like entrepreneurship, like what is that? Obviously at my younger age, right? I'm still young, but like what is entrepreneurship? I'm like, those people are saying entrepreneur, like what the hell is that? What does that mean? And here we are being entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So let's talk about our journey getting here. Boom. Right?
Oof, that's a long journey.
That's a long journey. So
let's talk about the realities.
The truth of, or the reality versus Instagram.
I think that a lot of us, or not a lot of us, maybe me growing up, or I would say most people are like, oh, I want my own business. I want my own storefront. I dream of having my own coffee shop. I dream of starting my own Reiki business. I dream of being international yoga, retreat, whatever. We all have dreams, right? I feel like in Rapunzel, I've got a dream. Okay, anyways. Disney reference, but
ADHD squirrel.
but I do believe that I don't think entrepreneurship is for everybody.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. Who wants to go through all this shit?
You know what? Before I even had Awaken Your Goddess retreats, the Goddess Loft, Awaken Your Goddess Studio, in my businesses, I've had my makeup business, and I had that. Oh my God, 20 years. I did New York Fashion Week. I did Project Runway. I did like so many weddings, like fabulous life. Like it was just so fabulous. And I didn't make money in the beginning. It took some time. So I knew, I'm like, okay, I believe that anything I can start that I would make money. Because here's the thing. You have to be okay with disappointments. You have to. In business, let's not even go into relationships and love, but you have to be okay with failures and disappointments, because it is not for the weak. It is not for someone that gives up easily. You have to have such a tough skin. You have to have resilience, because you will get beaten down, and then you got to like dust yourself off and get back up and keep moving forward. And I think for me, like, I don't have a safety net. I don't have mom. I don't have my dad. I don't have a rich husband. I don't have, not that there's anything wrong with that. Do you, boo, if that's what you got, because good for you. So my soul didn't choose that in this lifetime. But, but I do have me and my daughter. I don't have a secure job. I haven't had a secure job since I was like, I think 25, where I had a paycheck. And I don't, you know what it is? It's not an option for me. It's not an option. I have to keep going. It's not like, oh, well, maybe I'll stop and I'll get a job somewhere. No, I'm like, no. I don't like working for somebody else. I don't like having a couple of weeks, a year of vacation. Like, I'm like, I will do whatever it fucking takes to bust my ass so that I do not have a boss and I don't have someone telling me what to do, even though you tell me what to do. But, but do you know what I mean? I think that is like what keeps me going. And you have to have such a strong why, because like for me, Bella is so my why.
Bella, your daughter?
Yeah, Bella, my daughter. She's always been my why, because, because if I fail, she fails. Like, there's no one that's gonna like come and save me. I mean, I have friends and people that probably would, but
I want to ask you because you said something important at the beginning. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, and I 1,000% agree. But what's the right word here? What triggered entrepreneurship for you? Because everybody's different, right? A lot of people are born into corporate America, like parents, grandparents, all of that, other people are born into entrepreneurship from their families,
Yes,
their
I think
father, their
it's-
mother. So
yeah.
what triggered you to become an entrepreneurship and be like, it's a non-negotiable, like, I'm going to make this work? That thrive, right? How did you have that thrive of being that entrepreneur that not many people have?
I do believe it starts from family, because even though I don't have the best relationship with my father, he came here as, I do admire that he came here as an immigrant from Dominican Republic, 16 years old, started taxi cab driver, was doing like, worked in a factory. He started from the bottom, came to America, wanted the American dream.
He said he did a lot of different jobs.
He did a lot of different jobs and a lot of not so great jobs. And then he found his way when I came into the picture. And then he started his own real estate business. And I was like, wow, like, so I didn't grow up like uber rich. I didn't grow up poor. Like, I grew up like middle class, but I also grew up with him not managing his money correctly, which I kind of, I'm working on personally, where you make a lot of money, and then it like goes away. And then you make a lot of money and then it goes away. So, I remember when it was time for college, he was like, I'd rather just, instead of paying for college, I'd rather just open up your own business. Like, what do you want to do? So he did, support me in that. So he did instill that in me. I saw it with like my own two eyes, and I saw that it was possible. And I think when you're little, and obviously growing up with Disney and, dreams and whatever, but like, I saw it was possible for him. And then I started, like, even when I was in high school, I saw like so many people or just on news and like just make money with their own business. Like, I would just always hear these success stories. So I was like, I want to be a success story like that. Like, I want to have my own business. So I believe, for me, the belief, because I beliefs from childhood are very important. I believed that I was going to be successful because my dad did it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you kind of sort of had a role model.
Yeah, I guess
you had a role model, which was your dad.
He was a good role model in that sense, not as a father.
Right.
But
granted,
yes.
we're not talking about the parenthood or the being a father. Like, we're talking about the entrepreneurship, a role model that showed you the way, or showed you that it's possible.
Yes, definitely showed me that.
Right.
Started from nothing.
Yeah, like, he wasn't in corporate, so it's not like you saw someone that started in corporate and then like he built himself up the ladder, and now he's like a VP or a partner at a firm or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It was more of like, okay, I saw that it's possible through my dad.
Yeah.
And so that lit a fire up your butt to be like, oh, I can do it too. I can be an entrepreneur. Granted, with the fact that you don't want to like listen to a boss or, have someone tell you what to do, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Well, because and also, like, this is, as ADHD girly who didn't know I had ADHD until much later in life, I was always like in school deemed, like, I felt like I was so stupid. And so I felt like my teacher's like authority or authority figure or whatever, like, always, like, I felt like never enough. So I guess, not that I am a rebel. I guess I am owning that I'm a rebel, because I was like, what do they know? Like, these teachers are like miserable, yelling at me because I can't like do fucking calculus or whatever. And like, and you know what I mean? It's like, so I was like at a young age, I was like, I just don't want someone to tell me what to do or how to do it, or like, so I think that is a very much a big driving force for me. Like, I just want to, but here's the other thing about entrepreneurship, and I think you'll agree. You have you have to be your own boss,
Well, that's what you choose, being an entrepreneur. Is I mean, I'm going to speak for myself, is freedom. Freedom. What I was chasing is freedom, being an entrepreneur. So my story is a little bit different than yours. Obviously, I also grew up with immigrant parents, but I grew up overseas, not in America. So yes, America was like the American dream, coming to America, right? Immigrating here. But my father was his own boss as well. He was an entrepreneur. He had 2 clothing stores in the Middle East at the time before all the wars happened. And my mom was basically a housewife and also helped him in these stores. Like, she always wanted to work. She was very ambitious. But obviously my father, Middle Eastern guy, he was like, no, 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 a woman doesn't work. She's supposed to be a housewife, right? So there was that mindset or mentality. But my mom still helped him in the business. So I saw both my parents being entrepreneurs and working so hard all the time.
Yeah.
Now, my dad had a 9 to 5 at a very successful car dealership company as like a VP of some sort at the time. But then he also started his own business on the side. So I was very young at the time, but I remember like he was working all the time. We like barely saw him. So now as an adult, I understood because I asked him so many questions. But he literally had a 9 to 5 and building his own business at the same time. So I saw the hustle and bustle and busting your ass and barely being home around the kids and all of that. And we lived a very comfortable, beautiful life at the time. So then he left his 9 to 5 because his business, his entrepreneurship business was like thriving at the time. So he had 1 shop and then he opened another, and I think he had a third. And so I saw that. I lived with that. My older brother and I actually saw that happen to the point where we were so comfortable. We traveled a lot. I was literally born with a passport to the point where like life was good, right? Fast forward to the war, and we lost everything in the 90s. And then we immigrated to America. That's at the same time where we got our green card, things like that. When we came here to America, 4 kids, America, United States of America. When we immigrated, 4 kids, my parents are basically broke, lost everything. All my dad's savings went into starting from scratch, and he was 50 years old. 50 years old, 4 kids, starting from scratch. Like, I saw what went into that entrepreneurship mindset. Right? I lived with
So
that.
would you say that is true freedom?
So no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
It is freedom in a sense because you get to make your own rules.
It's freedom when things are going well. It's freedom when we had like a humble, beautiful life back in the Middle East. That's freedom.
Yeah,
we traveled so much. We had a living with us a nanny all the time. Like, we had freedom. Oh my God, 1,000%. More freedom is the fact that we lived upstairs from my dad's store. Like, how convenient is that? You just come down to your shop and you're good, right? Like, how convenient is that? So there was freedom at the time, correct. But when you lose everything, you have to start from scratch with no plan, talk about messy action. Where is the fucking freedom? Where is the freedom? But going back to entrepreneurship, I saw that and I lived with that. So my older brother and I are entrepreneurs. He started his own business. I started my own business. I always had that mindset of, if my parents can survive it, and they did, so can I in America, in the American dream country, right? Granted, still went to college, got a degree, a bachelor's, check, right? Worked in corporate, and I hated it. I was so miserable. Having a business degree, working for freaking so many different countries.
And let me just say, not that there's nothing wrong with working corporate, guys.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
it's just
not.
The personality, your personality type.
I learned a lot. No, honestly.
Well, you're also very much a rebel. Like you.
But here's what I want to say. So I grew up with being told what to do. Here's the difference between you and I. I grew up with being told what to do. Like, I actually enjoyed the 9 to 5. I enjoyed the structure.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
the stable paycheck.
The stable paycheck, absolutely. Coming from like losing everything.
Yeah.
I enjoyed someone being like, okay, this is your job description and this is what you do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. Like, I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it until I didn't. Until I felt like, oh my God, I'm so miserable. Like, there's no challenge for me. It's so boring. And my personality, I love a challenge. I'm an athlete. Like, I love sports. I love being, with teams. Like,
and you like to grow. too.
Yes, I have a growth mindset.
Yeah.
So I knew that this wasn't forever for me, but I did what the American dream is, what my parents didn't have, basically, right? Until it wasn't fun anymore. And then I started to listen to that voice of like, Mirv, you're better doing this, you're better doing that, right? So then, so unlike you obviously did makeup for many years. I started working at Dunkin' Donuts at 15 years old. That was my very first paycheck job.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I got my first paycheck, I actually gave it to my family, to my parents, because I wanted to give back. So when I started working, I got into a sales job, which was Cutco, the knives. You're selling knives and scissor.
Yes.
Remember Cutco?
No.
Okay, you've heard of it?
From you, because you talk about it all the time. This is a job she's very proud of.
That was my first sales job at like 18, 19.
So what did you learn?
Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I enjoyed the corporate, but then my personality wanted something else. My soul wanted something else. And it was so scary, is entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like resisting. So I was an introvert. I wasn't a rebel. I listened to rules, right? And I was like, but something inside of me is saying otherwise. Like, what the hell's going on? So I listened to that voice. And then I got out of my comfort zone. I wanted to change myself, and I got into sales, because sales is the one job that will challenge the shit out of you.
Yeah, because you get so many failures and rejection.
And that literally what built that sales job is what built my personality.
And guys, for those of you that are listening, besides being okay with disappointments, you have to be okay with rejection.
Oh, 1,000%.
That is like,
I say
so key.
Everybody needs to do a sales job once in their lifetime.
To get rejected.
Yes, to get rejected and to build their confidence.
Yeah.
And to build that personality, that threshold.
Do you want to know a fun fact? I learned about this.
What
the reason why more men are more successful than women in business is because when they're younger, they're asking girls out on dates.
Oh yeah.
And girls are saying no. And they build that like rejection, like muscle, like they don't care because they're just going to keep trying, right? So that's why men are more like successful, and they're also less emotionally attached to the
1,000%.
Yeah.
I went into insurance. I think it was like health care or health insurance, something like that. Being your own, like it was like an MLM style of a company at the time. I was in my like early 20s. What did I know about that? And I remember walking into the house, and my younger sister and brother till today they laugh about it. I remember walking in, and it was one of those motivational speaking, and like, you know how they sell you the dream. I walk in, and I'm like, guys, I fired my own boss, because that was the thing. Go fire your own boss to be your own boss, kind of thing. And I literally like said it with being so proud, and I'm like, I fired my own boss, like being like, I'm an entrepreneur. That's it. Like I'm gonna.
But you're still working for somebody else,
right? But you're still working for somebody else, but you're building your own healthcare insurance company.
Yeah.
At the time, like, which was like a big deal. I mean, nowadays they have all these insurance companies, health insurance and life insurance and all that. And from there, being like my own boss, I'm my own boss, walking around being my own boss. It was like something so different and foreign to me, because I'm like, oh shit, nobody's telling me what to do. I have
felt something shift.
Yes, I have to bring money in. I have to bust my ass. I have to reach out to people. I have to call people. I have to cold call, knock on doors, like all the things. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so scary. What am I doing? And if I don't do that, I'm not going to get paid. So that's when I discovered what entrepreneurship is.
So do you feel like it didn't last because you weren't consistent, or because you weren't passionate about it?
I think it didn't last because it wasn't a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Like to sell healthcare insurance. It wasn't a passion. Like I wasn't enjoying my time doing it. Like I felt like, and in sales in particular, if you don't believe in what you're selling, then you're just not going to succeed in it.
And for entrepreneurship, and for those of you guys that are selling services and selling whatever, if you don't, that's another thing. As an entrepreneur, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your product, because if you don't even believe in it, how are you going to expect other people to believe in it and buy from you?
Yeah, so in entrepreneurship, if you're not enjoying what you're selling, the client or the customers are going to sniff it and they're going to see it.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be
therefore you're
fake.
not right. You're not going to be successful in what you're doing
Yeah.
because you're not passionate about it. Your soul is not being fulfilled. So obviously I've been through so many sales jobs, and then the last corporate job I did was in my mid 20s, late 20s, I would say. And then when I moved to Dubai, I became more into startup companies. So the entrepreneurship was always there, and I knew I needed to hustle and bustle, and I had that threshold to do it because I was looking for freedom.
Mm.
Freedom, my own time, my own energy, not someone telling me what to do. Even though I came from that, I came from someone telling me what to do, structure, and all of that. But my soul wasn't fulfilled. My logic in my mind was like, oh, this is easy. This makes sense. But inside of me, there was something pushing me to do more in entrepreneurship, which is like, no, Merv, you're here to do more.
Which is
You're
your
here
purpose.
to think, which is my purpose,
Yes.
which is where we are now and what
Yeah.
we're doing. And
Which
all,
was a journey
the journey
for you.
But I had to go through all of that.
Yeah,
So there was a lot of resistance. There was the unknown. I was scared.
And all those failures are really just lessons.
Yes.
Bringing you closer to where you need to be, where your soul needs to be. Another thing for entrepreneurship, for those of you guys that are listening, is consistency.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
What does that mean, consistency?
You can't
with
like be like, oh, I'm going to start a business and then stop after a month and be like, yeah, this isn't, I mean, and that could happen, and it could be not for you, and at least you gave it a try and you gave it a go, and then you go, back to your job. That's totally fine. You're not a failure. But if it's really in your soul to start your own business and you're like, oh, like this has to work, you have to keep going, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're fucking tired. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to keep showing up. And obviously, and I learned this from Kim Kardashian in the masterclass, you can't not be on social media and be successful.
Be seen. You cannot
have to
be seen. You have to be seen.
You have to be seen. You have to be out there. There's no, like, I mean, unless it's just truly word of mouth, and God bless you. But you got to use social media, and you have to be okay with being seen. And I think that's a big wound that I see with my clients, is the visibility wound. It's huge.
And I would say personally for both of us,
for sure.
like as an introvert here, believe it or not, and sales changed my personality to becoming an extra.
Yeah, you've grown a lot.
Oh my God, big time. I'm so shy. I used to not raise my hand in class.
Yeah, same.
I used to hide. I used to not wanting to be picked on. Like so many things.
Oh my God, I used to shake. I used to be like shaking.
Yes.
And my heart would be like,
yes. Oh my God, remember? Or communications class in college at the time. Or like speaking in front of everybody in school. Oh my God,
that was a big fear of mine too.
That was for me too.
And Merv is like really good at videos. I'm not so much. I'll post like a picture.
Well, excuse me. Why do you think I'm really good at videos?
Well, because you take messy action.
Right. I sucked at videos.
Because you show up despite. You show up despite. And that is another amazing quality of a entrepreneur and someone that wants to be successful, is you show up even despite the fear of judgment, despite the fear of failure, because one day it clicks, you did it, and then everyone thinks it's an overnight success. And they're like, oh, you're so lucky. Oh my God, no, you have no idea how many blood, sweat, and tears and times I wanted to fucking throw in the towel.
So many fails that obviously we don't show on social media.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which we will talk about in like other episodes. But so many fails, and I think the more we fail, the faster we know what we want and where we're going.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Because life is all. I mean, what makes the 1%ers different than the 99%ers in life?
What?
Failing. They fail, and they fail fast, and they fail right away.
And they keep it moving.
And they keep it moving because they want to get there faster.
Yeah.
But the 99%ers are stuck on like making it perfect before they take an action.
Well, I can definitely be a 99%. I am a 99%.
No, we're still there. We're not at a 1%.
Because I think especially if you have perfectionism and all that, it's always imposter syndrome. Like it's always a part of you. You just have to learn how to just move past it quicker, faster.
one of my mentors said this to me for entrepreneurship. You have to be married to the game. You have to be married to the game. Like I wanted to open up a gym like many years ago before I even met you.
No way, really?
Yeah, in my 20s. Oh my God, I love sports and fitness and all that.
That makes sense.
I always wanted to have my own gym and like have like classes and like, you know, obviously so many people. I love people, but that just, and I went and I saw a few gyms at the time, like before I moved to Dubai. But I just never felt it in my gut to act on it.
That it was the right time.
Right. And it was scary. I'm like, oh my God, here's a gym, here's another one, but then I was like, no, I'm not ready to take that leap, right? But here we are with the Goddess Loft, which is a spiritual studio. We do like some movement as well. And I'm like, I'm like, that's so interesting. Like what I wanted versus what God pushed me towards instead. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And it's both doing almost the same thing as helping so many women.
Yeah. And then you have your first fitness retreat coming up.
We have
one more spot left, guys. Shameless plug. Costa Rica
in June. One more spot left.
One more spot left. That was going to be fun. We're just going to kick our asses in the best way possible. But so really quickly, just to finish this off.
Entrepreneurship is not for the weak.
No.
And you have to be married to the game.
I love that.
Meaning when the game is trying to break up with you, when the game is giving you the finger, when the game is not giving you the right amount of money or what you think you're worth, you still have to be married to the game.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that.
Yes. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to make so much money for me. It's going to be my money. No one's going to take my money away from me, right? Freedom, funny. Financial freedom, freedom of time. That's my mindset about it at the time.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Little do you know that the money that we make,
where's the money?
We take the money, we reinvest. We take the money, we reinvest. Yes. It's like a never ending.
It's a never ending cycle because that's what growth requires is more investment. Yeah. It's not like we take the money. We're like the last people to
go shopping
or buy a house or buy a yacht,
which is nice. Which is nice.
Yeah, not yet, but
no, it's a constant reinvestment. So you have to be okay with being broke sometimes and then making money.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you guys for watching. Let us know if this inspired you. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you later.
Bye.